Hey, you guys, I want to share this very tragic story with you. I seen it over the weekend and I just read a little bit about it. So tonight I decided to try to get in a little bit more and to try to understand what was going on in the story. So her name is Charlotte Rodriguez. She's also known as Chastity, but I'll be calling her Charlotte throughout this video. So Charlotte is 35 years old and she's from the Bronx, and everybody knows I have to give shout outs to BX. That's my old stomping grounds in New York City. And Darius Coon, he's 31 years old and he is out of Detroit, Michigan. Now, they were both discovered shot in a vehicle in a downtown parking lot on Saturday, July 19th in Miami. Now, according to news reports, Darius is a football coach who had moved to Florida months prior, and Charlotte was in Miami at the time looking for work at a strip club. Now, another article said that she may have even lived in Miami. I'm not quite sure on that, but she was definitely, they also said she liked to visit as well. So maybe she was thinking about moving. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure. But we do know that both of them, Charlotte and Darius, were together that night. And it's believed that the two of them were on a date when they both were gunned down multiple times in this parking garage. And this crime could have been committed anywhere between July 16th and the 19th of this month. And it wasn't a robbery. They both still had their belongings on them. So, me putting on my investigative hat, it's not a robbery. So somebody intentionally wanted to gun down either one or both of them. It has to be. It has to be. I mean, we can't speculate because it's a tragic case and right now we don't know what's going on, but it wasn't a robbery. That was not the motive. So what was the motive? Who made this person, I don't know, persons, people, who wanted these two dead? Who wanted Charlotte Rodriguez and Darius Coon dead? Of course, I went on, their social media pages like I do to find out what was going on. Now, Darius, his social media page, he doesn't have too many private posts up, at least not under the name that I seen. I do know he has young children and a mother that is grieving and tons of family and friends that are grieving about his tragic passing. Unbelievable.
I got a question for y'all. Do y'all feel like every day God give y'all the opportunity to wake up? Do y'all really feel like y'all give it y'all best? I want the honest to God truth. Do you feel like you wake up every day and give it your full potential and effort to be better at life? So my challenge to y'all is get up today. Whatever y'all saying y'all been wanting to do and y'all been procrastinating, go get it done. Nobody's in y'all path but your own self. I want to thank everybody who's been in my DMs and inboxes showing me the love and support that I've always been seeking. People don't understand how much I see you keep going means to a certain individual. So I thank y'all. I love y'all. I'm continually going. Nothing's in my way. Nothing's going to stop me. Keep pushing, y'all. Don't never give up. You never know when it's your time. You never know when it's your day. God always got something in store for you. Just be prepared when that time comes.
And it's, terrible. Absolutely terrible. And I went on Charlotte's page too. Her last public post was dated July 14th. I believe that probably was the day that these two got shot. Because, nowadays people love to post everything, and that was her last day. And they did say it was between, the 14th and 19th? 14th and 16th, right? They did say it was between the 14th and 16th that they believe that this would have happened. Wow. Her last post, it had a Gangster's Paradise song by Coolio, and somebody in the comments had translated what it said because it was in Spanish. The meme was in Spanish. It said, quote, "Be careful with appearances. The other may be worse than you," end quote. So that was Charlotte's last post on July 14th. So again, everybody is kind of running with the story. Nobody really knows what happens except the people that, or the person that did this. Now, my thing is, these days, we know that there are cameras absolutely everywhere. And this is a parking garage. It should be cameras in the parking garage, right? Multiple gunshots Charlotte and Darius had. Multiple. Nobody heard any gunshots around that time? But even if people just ignore gunshots, you hear them, but you might not, really, no one's going to go and investigate to see where they're coming from. But there are no cameras in there. There had to be cameras in that parking garage, or even cameras leading up to how whoever was driving, let's say Darius was driving the vehicle, there had to be cameras somewhere outside on the street. I think it said Biscayne Boulevard. So it had to be cameras on those stores on Biscayne as they watched Darius and Charlotte coming down the street in the vehicle, and then they would enter the parking garage, and it had to be somebody following them and then abruptly leaving soon after. I mean, it has to. It has to. Maybe I watch the first 48 too much, right, in Forensic Files, but it has to.
Yeah, they had reported these two missing days before they were eventually found dead inside of an SUV right behind me in a parking garage. Now police say they are combing for clues and may need your help to find a killer. A murder mystery in downtown Miami after a man and woman were found dead inside a vehicle. 31-year-old Darius Coon and 35-year-old Chastity Charlotte Rodriguez had each been shot multiple times.
We need the public's help on this.
Miami police made the discovery on the morning of July 19th at this parking garage at 230 Northeast 4th Street, used by drivers from a nearby condo and hotel. Someone called 911 to report a strong odor coming from the 10th floor.
We located this SUV in which they found both victims. Both victims were obviously deceased, and they appeared to have been shot several times.
Both Coons and Rodriguez's family members had reported them missing about 3 days prior.
I talked to my son 3, 4, 5 times a day. So when he didn't call, I knew something was wrong.
Coon had recently moved from Detroit a few months ago, and Rodriguez was in town from New York. Rodriguez's brother says the two met here in South Florida.
She met him. She hung out with him 1 or 2 times, I don't know.
Both victims are parents.
My granddaughter, she's 7. She don't understand none of it. She just know that daddy is not picking up the phone. His son haven't been eating. He's a football player. He didn't even want to go to practice.
Rodriguez, a 10-year-old son.
She was a great mother. She didn't deserve to go out this way.
Now police are trying to figure out who did this and why.
Why they did it? Because it makes no sense.
To lose a child is nothing I would wish on anyone.
So police tell us they are looking at evidence, and not just from the day they were found, but because they were reported missing days before, they have to look minute by minute at surveillance video from several days prior to that gruesome discovery. They also say they want to hear from you, anyone that has information about anything suspicious or anything they observed perhaps in that parking garage or having to do with either one of these victims. If you have that information, you're urged to call Miami Police or Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. We are live in downtown Miami. I'm Leanne Morejon, Local 10 News.
I hope definitely they find out who did this. I really hope they do, because Chastity Charlotte Rodriguez, she was also a mom too. Both of these people here were parents. So now we have grieving children that will never see their mother and father again. So it's very sad. And I know I hate to speculate, but I have a feeling that the person that ended this couple's life, they knew one of them extremely well. I just really think that. I do. And to everybody that loved and cared for Charlotte Rodriguez and Darius Coon, my deepest condolences and justice for Charlotte and Darius. I hope they get it, and I hope they get it really soon. Very sad story.